Hey YouTubers, Digger coming at you with another little party bus update. So I've been working on this, but I'll be honest, I've really been slacking on doing the video editing and getting it uploaded. So we're just going to kind of do a collage of a bunch of stuff that I've recorded. So let me show you what we've got going on. Alright everybody, so what Crock wants to do, well first off, there's the subwoofer box set up for 115. That's a port. That will be right here in the center. I've got the wall marked out and everything, but that's going to be up against the wall, and then the seats kind of curve around to it. So, and he wanted the 55-inch on the back wall. We've got that going on. We've got a 43 over here that's facing outside, and this one is all made for 43 pointing outside also. So if you're curious about how I did my corners and stuff, you'll probably get an idea looking at this. Now up here at the top, I'll probably attach some 2x2s or 2x4s or something up here, going along this way and down this way to match up with this. That way, when I wall this, I've got something for that wall to go onto up there. But as it is right now, the TV is flush with this, so this will have a covering that comes over right like that. So it'll cover that up, and back here, this whole entire thing is going to be covered with brown board or OSB, shall I say, with material covering it. So these windows are not existing inside the bus. They only exist on the outside of the bus where the TV can be seen. So this right here is set up so that I can have this one come in and this one come in and meet in the corner. I'll take some black spray paint and I'll spray paint this corner before I put everything up. That way, if there's a gap, it won't show. And also, this back window, I gotta completely black this window out because it's not gonna be used at all. Even though it's there, but it's gonna all be blacked out because the TV is on the other side of the wall. As for these, they don't need to be blacked out as long as I black out the back side of the wood that's going to be here, and you know, all the trim and stuff like that. Because this, you can see this from the outside, but if I black it out, it will disappear. So that's what we're going to do. Currently I'm out of material, but you can see up here I have to get another 2x3 there, and another one down here to continue with that on. And over here, same thing. I only had enough to go this far. Got to continue that up and continue this one up. And then, you know, up here, I'll put a 2x2 down through here, and that will give, you know, something for this wall to go on, because we're going to have a wall that's, you know, right there in line. So like I say, I'll probably have to put some 2x4s up here and 2x4s up there and stuff. That way we've got something to mount to. Nothing's flopping in the wind. I do have all the electronics down there. All I have to do, I got a battery box. I need to get a battery and run my cables into that. I'm a little leery of that kind of power, to be honest with you. I'll tell you what, something in this bus that is absolutely driving me nuts is the fact that this floor is nowhere close to level. It tapers from the back wall down to the front. I measured it using a laser level, and it looks like it's about a 6-inch drop from the rear to the front. So once I get the sides in here for the seats and everything, I might talk to Crock about putting some 2x4s on the outside of that and bracing it all up in the middle, and put a platform down in here that levels out until it gets to right here, and cut that off, you know, make a step to go down, because this whole thing, this is all on an angle. It goes up here at a slight angle, and then it flattens out, and then it goes up again. It's screwy, and I'll tell you, after a stroke or two, when I walk on this thing, man, I'll tell you what, it's not that it makes me dizzy, but I'm constantly going up hills and down hills, and I'm tripping over my own feet because of this darn floor. So we might flatten it out and make it to where, you know, this center section is flat and there's a step somewhere over here. I really don't know if, I don't think Crock is planning on using this wheelchair lift at all, but he'll have to let me know, because I would prefer to cover it over, but you know, leave it there but cover it over. But that is all Crock's decision. So will he keep the wheelchair lift or cover it up? Only Crock knows. Alright everybody, so I'm going to call this a day. Like I say, the only thing that I have not really wired or done anything with yet is for all the LED lights, all the interior lights. That I have not done any wiring or switches for, but that's kind of like the last thing I always do, because you know, it's a 16-foot long strip that's two-sided tape. So once you stick it, it's stuck. You know, if you peel it off one time, it's not going to be stuck anymore. So I'm just kind of, I'm just going to wait until I do that, because I don't know if I'm going to put the switches up in the front or in the back, because Crock has this set up to where the head unit is in the dash. That's the way he wanted it. He wants to have control of the radio, the stereo system. I don't normally agree with that, but like I say, customer is always right on this part. So I don't know if I'm going to wire the wires up to a switch at the front to where he has control over it, or if I'm going to wire that into the back, maybe somewhere around that subwoofer in the back or something like that. But like I say, we can do that anywhere, anytime, and everything. So now we're down to the framework. So once I get this framework all taken care of and start working on the sheeting for the sidewalls, then obviously when this thing's all totally built, people don't really realize this, but to do it right, everything needs to come back out. Everything needs to come out, you know, get fitted and everything, and corners need to be spray painted, you know, all kinds of stuff. You have to cover those pieces that you take out. So there's a lot to be done that way. And then, like I say, we'll get into the seat frames and the seat bottoms and everything like that. So, but once I get the framework pretty much figured out in here, this job should go pretty darn quick. So that's all I've got for today. So if you see anything that leads to questions in your mind, drop a comment. Leave a comment, make your question known. So we will catch you on the flip side. Remember, the party starts here. We'll be back tomorrow to finish framing on this thing some more. So, okay, as some of you may know, I really don't like the floor in this bus, so I want to level it if I can. So I'll take the camera and show you what I'm talking about here in a second. But I did get some other framing done, so I'll show you around and show you what I got done this time. And once again, I apologize for the delay in putting the videos out there. But here we go. Alright, so what we've got done here, we've got all this stuff all framed around. So you can see a vertical piece here. All my horizontals are down here and up there. So we got that going on. Got that done on both sides, all the way up to here. And like I say, we're gonna have like a little storage closet in this area, so there'll be a little bit of a wall right here. So in the back, we've got the 53-inch TV mounted in the rear. Of course, this is all temporary, but we'll be putting a speaker here, a speaker over here, and we'll run a wall all the way up that basically covers everything except for the TV. And that thicker wall will come down and kind of merge right into the seats. Okay, so as for the floor, in order to get this thing level, I have mounted, temporarily, I have mounted 2x4s to the floor that kind of give you an idea of what it takes to be level. Right now, this is level. This 2x4 here is level, and this one over here is level. So we're looking at that much of a step basically to go from here to there. If that was flat coming out so far, we could make it to where it comes out at an angle or something like that, and you know, make a step come around the corner somehow. But I really like the idea of leveling the floor. This floor, it's just, I'm not drunk, and I feel drunk walking on this floor, because you know, when you're going in and going to the back, it's all uphill, and then when you're coming back down, it's all downhill, and I'm just not really digging that. So once there's people in here that have been, you know, drinking a little bit, I don't think this is gonna go over too good. So we will try to see about leveling this floor out. Oh, the sawdust. Oh, the sawdust. So what we've been up to is some more framing. Got that back wall pretty much done, other than I gotta put some pieces up at the top, but that is all flattened except for everything will be walled except for where the TV is. This will be a complete wall running all the way up. I do have the start of the front walls, which they are offset, and we'll put some kind of a step in there or something. I'm thinking once I do these sides, I'll mount 2x2s or 2x4s or something to it to level out the floor, so there will be a step down in here. Crock will let me know if he doesn't want to do that, but we've got some speakers to put up in these areas. So that's what we got going on today. We're just doing framework. Hey YouTubers, Digger coming at you with another little party bus update. We're getting our framed in, so still have more to do, but we'll give you an idea of what we got going on. Stop recording. Look at that big subwoofer. Actually, there's nothing in it right now, but there will be. So we've got this whole back wall all framed in. Now right here, I'm actually going to do like a little angled piece right here. This is not the permanent piece, but I just had to throw something up there to get a little idea, because this wall's coming down right here. We have to give a little bit of a backspace for the seat backs, So this seat back, I'll just make a little bit on an angle, and then we'll go back into transition back into the straight ones. Getting this wall taken care of. Kind of see how we've done that. That way the wall can sit down on this, and the edge of the seats will sit down on this stuff. Obviously I still have to make all that stuff, you know, for the seat bottoms. Like I say, this stuff over here, we've got this in there. Just kind of scanning around, let you guys see what's going on, see how I'm doing it. We have to run some pieces up the wall and across the ceiling there to connect all this together. We'll do that on both ends. So that will make that wall good and solid. Up here we'll have a trim board, you know, designer trim board piece, LED lights, color changing lights up above it, so they're shining upward. And then the seat backs will go against this, a little bit of an angle, and the seat bottoms will go against this. Alright, so obviously you can tell we're moving along on this. We've got a lot to do, short time to do it. Let's get her done. And hey YouTubers, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button and maybe even that little ding ding bell thing. That way you get updated and you know what's going on right after I do it. So tune in, there's more to come. The party starts here.